Hello, hello, hello. It's Christine. It is time for day 5 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life Series 13. And today's sketch is actually my sketch. So what I have is 4 photos, and then I have some torn paper at the top, and then I have, I kind of use this like cool cityscape thing behind on this main paper here, and then I have 3 embellishment clusters basically. So what I have pulled out is I have 4 photos. They are 3 by 4 of my daughter when she was modeling in New York. So I'm really pleased with these. They kind of have a similar, you know, like the white. It's like this kind of cool color. And what I pulled out is my hip kit from, oh, you guys, August 23 hip kit. So I've got all these kind of cute, sorry about the noise here, y'all. As usual, they give you 1,000 million things to work with, so that's amazing. And I do love these photos with these colors here. So it's called Sunshine and Lemonade, I think is the name of the kit here. I haven't really dug through it too much, but there's like paper ephemera, there's chipboard ephemera, there's these little dots, there's some cute titles, little font here, this is really cute. And of course, all the papers. And I haven't even been through these papers, y'all. But it had a cityscape, so maybe I can use the houses. I don't know. She's in New York, right? There's lots of houses or like lots of buildings in New York. So maybe we could do something like that. I don't know. I haven't gone through this yet, y'all. I got to do that. Let's look at all these pretty colors, y'all. Ooh, that's pretty. That's not for today, though. Not for today. Oh, look at the little scene. Oh, my goodness. Okay, you guys. This is definitely going to get used in the future. Oh, I may have to fussy cut those. We'll see. We will see. I'm kind of leaning toward these houses here just because I had the little house or the little city thing down there. So I may do that, and then I'll have to pull out some stuff to tear. So let me kind of sort through this and figure out what I want to do. And, you know, I may have to use one of these little pieces here for, I don't know, I have to see, for photo backing. So let me get through that, and I'm back on in a minute. Okay, you guys, quick check-in because I changed my mind. Well, the first thing I did do was I did fussy cut a bunch of flowers off this page here. And I may still do the rest. I just got bored. Fussy cutting for me is not soothing. So we'll see. But what I did is I told you guys I had picked out that little house paper because in my mind I was going, well, my sketch had like this pattern of like a building on it. But for this particular set of papers, the houses was just way too busy. I didn't care for it. I mean, I like the paper. I think it's cute, but not for this particular layout. So I've switched over to this little like diagonal plaid looking thing here. I do like the pink flowers here. I do like, this little paper here. I think this is really cute, especially with these photos. And I think what I'm going to do is actually use this paper here as the little photo mats, y'all. So I think that's going to work. And what I may do, actually, no, that's going to look too weird. I was thinking I might, I don't know. I wish to God I could have you guys like comment because I don't hate that. So I may actually gut it and use the middle for the photo mats. So actually, let me do a little cutting here and I'll be back on in a minute. Okay, gang, so I did exactly what I said, which was gut that little diagonal stripe and used it to mat the photos. And I actually do love how that turns out, by the way. So here I'm taking, and I'm trying to tear my little top pieces here. And I don't know what happened there. I was going the wrong way or something. So I ended up with kind of a little mess there, but I fixed it. And then here's where I'm trying to figure out, okay, how tall does this piece need to be? Now I'll offset those just a tad too, just to kind of give it the depth. Now I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think my photos on the left, the little grouping are down too low because instead of ended up looking like a diagonal almost, like the upper 3 and the upper left 3 kind of creating a little cluster of photo and then like almost diagonal to the right. Mine almost end up, the 2 bottom photos almost end up the same height, and that's not what I intended. So, but I may have to do this design again just because of that. But I like the layout overall, but just so you kind of know, I'll end up with these a little too low. And I think part of it could be because I did this part a little lower. I don't know. It's my top photos weren't high enough up, I guess. And then I put a bigger space between see her real close-up picture there and the little hand picture or whatever. I put those too far apart. So I start off not too bad, but they don't end up exactly where this goes. And then I decided, I had in that sketch, I had a little pattern or whatever on the paper. And at first I wasn't going to mess with it. I thought, well, it's okay. I've got this little diagonal plaid looking thing or whatever. But then I thought, no, you know what? I can do a tone on tone stencil. So I got out the Speckled Egg Distress Oxide and I used that little flourishy stencil there, and I went ahead and put a little pattern there. So it's subtle. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's not visible because it is, but it's kind of tone on tone, right? So I do enjoy that. So I don't know if I've done it yet. I don't think I have. I'm going to come in here in just a minute, and I'm going to actually, because I'll glue these down first, and I'm going to actually do sprinkles as well. So I really do actually love the color on top of that plaid or that diagonal plaid. I think it turned out really pretty. So I'm going to kind of mess with these just a second, which was almost a mistake too, in the sense of like, I've got to put those photos down on top of it. So I don't know why I kind of ruffled this up because it creates a little bit of texture and depth and all that. And I end up putting well, it's not a bad thing. I put the pictures all up on foam. So I'll end up getting those pictures and putting foam squares behind all of them, which I like. Again, sometimes, you do something and it's like, oh shoot, I got to kind of do a corrective action here to make it work. But here's where I'm trying to figure out the placement of these photos. And you see, I've kind of got them, they're lower on the page than my sketch was. So I end up, like I said, with that, they're just a little bit, they're almost the same height. And I'm not unhappy, but at the same time, that's not actually my intention. So here's where I decided to do the sprinkles. And y'all, I have gotten on the Tim Holtz mixed media matte bandwagon. I've seen y'all, and honestly, I felt like an idiot. I went looking on YouTube for like how to use it or whatever, and the videos are like 5 years old. So I am way behind the curve. But that's okay. And I decided to switch over because the little green mat I had is actually supposed to light up underneath. And I keep it unplugged because I just never use the light up feature. It's really good if you're trying to trace something or, some other kind of thing where you need to kind of see from underneath, maybe even trimming, but I just never do that. So it's just kind of a waste. It's sitting there and I'm not using it for that purpose. So this one I've decided to use for the purpose it's supposed to be used for, which is the mixed media. So I decided my title is going to be one of the little foam pieces, which is You Are My Sunshine. And I pulled the backing from the actual foam piece. And the reason for that is because I notice on the metal ones especially, I don't really know for certain on these ones, but they'll wrinkle if you try to pull them off the plastic versus pulling the plastic off the title. So I did not want to wrinkle it. And then I'm getting into all my little fussy cut flowers, y'all. So I'm going to just kind of organize these. Now, some of them I had to, because they were the edge of the paper, so they have a little little flat edge, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put them on the edge of my paper. And I'll put them where my sketch shows the little florals. And I think this turns out really cute, actually. I kind of bring the florals from the title down into the photo areas. I think I don't know if I told you guys. I'm so sorry if I did. I didn't go back and watch my own intro. But the photos are for my daughter when she was in New York and she was at a photo shoot. And I really love the white. I just think it looks really neat and it makes her hair kind of stand out. And I love that one in the lower right. It's my favorite. And I will end up putting a little chipboard piece that says favorite on that one because I just love that she's laughing and it's just so pretty to me. I just really love it. So, but I am in the moment just going through and pulling out some of these fussy cut flowers and building some little clusters here. I will not use them all. I just don't. I'm going to end up using them on something else, I'm certain. But for the moment, I'm just kind of picking and poking. I end up with some leaves and up there by the sunshine title here. I'm going to move that around a little bit. And I initially wasn't even going to get into anything other than these fussy cut flowers. Then I thought, Christine, you have got 1,000 pieces of ephemera and 1,000 pieces of chipboard, and you better use something. So I will get into that after I get all these fussy cut flowers kind of laid down here and figured out. And also, I was noticing my hand, y'all. I got this really strange angle when I'm holding my hand up. So I apologize if you look at that and that drives you crazy because it's driving me a little bit crazy. I'm sorry. It's this weird hand motion. I find I do that sometimes too when I tear papers. I have these weird hand motions. So I'm sorry if that bothers you. As it kind of was bothering me when I looked at the film. I was like, well, my goodness, what you got going on with your hand there? Okay, so I think I'm just kind of poking around here. I think I had one more little yellow flower on the left-hand side up there. So I've glued them all down. Now, I did put some foam underneath some of the petals, some of the leaves, but I went into the chipboard, and this is what I pulled out. I pulled out a little butterfly, a little bluish butterfly with gold pieces on it, gold foiling. I pulled out a little pink sun. That's going to go up there with that You're My Sunshine. And then there was a little speech bubble there that says, Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful, and I really love that. So that's going to go on top of that little flower cluster over on the left. And then I'm going to also pull out 3 little gold hearts from the chipboard, and these are pretty too. I like these a lot. And then, again, I almost was done, and then I thought, you know what? I've got those little enamel dots over there. So after I glue these little hearts down, I'm going to go into my enamel dots in just a moment. I didn't do different sizes. I stuck all with the small. I may end up regretting that in the future because, you know, sometimes I want 3 different sizes, and I used all of my small ones on the pinky ones. So I may end up regretting that, but for the moment, no. I am gluing, this is that little piece of chipboard I mentioned to you that says favorite. That's going up there underneath, or kind of tucking it under the photo because it's on that foam there. So this is me getting out those enamel dots, and I'm going to put these in a few little spots here. And then I'm basically going to be done with the layout, y'all, in just a moment. I'm actually really pleased with this one. I guess I should be, in a sense. I guess it's my own sketch, right? So I should be happy. But again, I'm kind of sad. I need to redo this one because you can see there on the lower right photo is almost the same height as the lower left photo. And that is not the intention, y'all. Not the intention. But you know what? The photos and the papers make up for it, so it's all right. So that's my 3 little enamel dots in each little cluster there. And that's all I'm going to do the layout, y'all. So I'll slow it down. You can take a little peek here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check us out tomorrow. There'll be a playlist down below. And there's usually, let's see, this is the 5th day. I'll bet you there's 60 or 70 layouts already. Give or take. You guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you later. Bye.